Hey everyone, welcome back to Gear Facts. I've got a fascinating one for you today. I'll still try to keep it within the usual 10 minutes. 1989, the Technics KN-800. So the basic piano sounds are fine. I just want to take this opportunity to show you the effects. So that's with the effect off. And that's with the first effect on again, all reverb. You can adjust the level pretty easily. So now I'll just go through and show you the others. So some very nice choices there for ambience. You can also quickly turn on chorus, sustain and reverb with one touch. So with that in mind, it's time to go through and try out the rest of the sounds. I just love the organs. Check out how juicy this one is. And then on the flip side, the next patch is so delicate and charming. And then on another flip side, you get some really nasty ones like this. But solo strings hardly ever sound nice on keyboards, do they? While playing that F sharp, I've accidentally pressed the first pad button. My pinky must have been way off target. These buttons can be loaded up with any sounds from the percussion set. And there's a fade out button for sound effects that are looped. Anyway, back to the main sounds. This must have been really high-end gear at the time, because not only is it a great sounding general home keyboard, it has a fairly powerful synthesizer built into it as well. Modulation pulls across like this. Interesting. Anyway, we've looked at the effects, so let's go across to Sound Edit. Navigation is reasonably easy, using the up and down buttons to go through the series of screens, arrows here to select parameters, and of course the dial to change values. I've selected synth strings here, and first of all I'm going to show you the pitch parameter. Give it a nice fifth. And a full octave. Next we've got auto bend and trill. This is where it gets weird. So you can hear that the sound is repeating. We can change the speed of this, and this leads us into some pretty interesting outcomes. I know that's not exactly music, but it's creative. So using the synthesizer, these are some patches I've created with very little effort. So using this little trick of looping sounds, I'll just improvise a very 80s sounding ambient piece. I'll save that, sound 1 of 16. We can also set it to monophonic or polyphonic. And now, as a bit of a challenge, I'm going to take the default piano sound and try to push it out to synthesizer territory. Bit of slow attack, now a vibrato. Yeah, that's nice and spooky. Needs reverb. So there you go, friends. Piano sound to synthesizer sound in about 30 seconds. The drum sounds are usable, I guess, and the accompaniments are pretty spicy. It's got a pretty cool mixer. You'll see the bar on the screen drop as I fade out these drums. Keyboard percussion is very basic. And it has an 8-track sequencer, which I did not use. Hidden down on the front here is a PCMCIA memory card slot, so this really was ahead of its time. After about an hour of using this keyboard, I've found that the operating system is a little bit convoluted, a bit confusing, a bit classic Technics, I'm sorry to say, but I feel like I've only scratched the surface of its potential. So once again, we found a Technics keyboard that really seems to greatly outperform its expectations, and with Technics I seem to find this over and over again. So it's been a pleasure reviewing the KN-800. Did you own this keyboard back in the day? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time on Gear Facts.